Hi everyone, how you doing? My name's Ryan Lane and welcome to my review channel. So for today's movie, I will be reviewing MaXXXine, directed by Ty West and starring Mia Goth, Elizabeth Debicki, Moses Sumner, Michelle Monaghan, Bobby Cannavale, Halsey, Lily Collins, Giancarlo Esposito, and Kevin Bacon. So it's 1985 and MaXXXine, played once again by Mia Goth, things are going a little bit rough for her at the moment. She has some light PTSD from nearly being killed by the hornily homicidal Pearl, and her attempts to transition from porn films to actual films isn't going as smoothly as she would like. Fortunately for her, a big break comes in the form of being cast in the film Puritan 2, a big budget slasher that's a sequel to a cult film that came out a few years prior. And this film is being directed by rookie director Elizabeth Bender, played by Elizabeth Debicki. A heck of a coincidence on that one. Alas, it wouldn't be a movie without complications, and this film's complications comes in the form of a serial killer whose kills are modeled after that of real-life serial killer, the Night Stalker. And so, to keep her career from being derailed and to keep people from dying, in that order, MaXXXine teams up with a few people, including her entertainment lawyer, Teddy Knight, played by Giancarlo Esposito, to fend off this Night Stalker wannabe, and his private detective lackey, John Labatt, played by Kevin Bacon. So the writing is amazing and lends itself to impressive slasher set pieces. Like, there's a lot of variety, everything from the real-life Universal Studios backlot to nightclubs to even just alleyways and a whole bunch more. They lend themselves to very creative slasher set pieces that aren't just people getting stabbed and then dying. Like, this film gets very creative with its gore effects, and with one particular moment that will make every XY chromosomed fella squirm in their seats, because when I saw it, I was like, oh god. And this is and I'm honestly surprised this film could even shock me, because both X and Pearl had a lot of shocking material. And everything, it crescendos to an amazing set piece set in the Hollywood Hills, and that excoriates moral panics and those who lead them as the cruel-hearted bastards they are. One slight critique, though, with the writing. There is one revelation right in the third act that the film clearly thought was like, this huge plot twist, but I was like, yeah, I could kind of see it. Like, there's a moment in the film where MaXXXine meets the private detective John Labatt, and I was like, okay, I'm guessing that this person hired him. And by the end, the film proved me right. And I was like, but again, it's not terrible because it leads to a scene-stealing performance by Simon Prast. So, again, things balance out well enough. So the performances are stellar all around. Mia Goth does a great job of aging the character up. You can tell that this character has, she's had some experiences in the near decade since surviving the farm incident. She has grown up and she is very much a professional. She can, go out in and out of character on a dime like that. And she carries the character with equal parts swagger and vulnerability. And she is a final girl turned hunter whose gun is the least dangerous thing about her. Kevin Bacon, he brings a eating grin to the role of John Labatt, a private detective who is sly and cunning, yet very physically inept. Like, his attempts to actually try and capture MaXXXine are, they're not the greatest, to say the least. Elizabeth Debicki, she brings equal parts elegance and restrained ferocity to the role of director Elizabeth Bender. You could tell, again, she's very strict, but she's also very professional. At one point, she's like, time is one of the most precious things that you have on a set, and she's very true about that, but she's also merciful. When she sees that MaXXXine is going through a bit of a rough time, to say the absolute least, she's like, all right, take the weekend off, sort things out. And then there's Giancarlo Esposito as entertainment lawyer Teddy Knight, and he plays this character to a T. This character is kind of nice. It lets Giancarlo Esposito spread his acting wings a little bit, get away from the cold-hearted villain characters he's been typecast as lately, but he does get to be a little bit ruthless every here and there. There's one memorable sequence involving a car and dogs that was like, dang, that was cruel. So, much like the previous films, MaXXXine revels in period detail. It nails everything from the ultra-red hammer film Blood to the grimy streets of LA and the adult entertainment district, and the cinematography, now freed from the more restrictive period detail camera movements of Pearl. It gets to have a lot more fun with the split screen effects. I mean, again, it doesn't quite lend as much thematic depth a la X with how it handled split screen, but still a fun effect to look at. So caked in 80s grime and gore galore, MaXXXine ends the X trilogy in spectacular fashion. So with all that in mind, I will be giving MaXXXine 4 out of 5 stars. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. If you like this review and would like to see more like it, be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. And for today's comment section prompt of the day, what is your favorite movie in the X trilogy and why?